Guys, this is history in the making. This is history in the making.
This morning, we witnessed the tranquilizing of a white rhino. I didn't realize it'd be so intense.
It's a historical day for Uganda.
So if you're a conservationist, if you love wildlife, or if you just love nature, then this is for you, because this is good news and a success story from the conservation efforts taking place in Africa. Guys, I am so excited because I'm living to watch history unfold right in my face. Welcome to the Diary of a Bushman, a space where we strip life down to its essence and a place where we explore what really matters. I am a Tim Rogers. Call me the Bushman, the excited Bushman. I am a curious traveler. I am a student of life and your host. So guys, today I've come to share with you a conservation success story. Because first of all, I have to first calm down. Because as a conservationist, I am so happy. I am so happy. So why am I so excited? So in this year, in the year 2026, history was unfolding right into our face in Uganda. Because in January, the first translocation of rhinos was made to Ajai. Ajai is a conservation area and it's part of the Greater Murchison Falls National Park and Conservation Area. So in this Ajai Game Reserve, this was a home of the white rhinos. And then in the month of March, more rhinos were translocated to Kidepo Valley National Park. This is a national park that also had rhinos before they got actually extinct from the wild places of Uganda. But before even we get to this point of translocating the rhinos back to the wild, let me tell you a little history of how we got to this point that rhinos were actually non-existent in the national parks where they used to be. So this takes us back to the early 1980s. So actually in the year 1983, this was the time rhinos were considered extinct from Uganda. So it's believed that the last rhino was killed or was poached in the year 1983. But before that, there was a period of insecurity that saw a very big number of rhinos being poached within the boundaries of Uganda. And by the year 1983, there were no more rhinos in Uganda. It was a really sad moment because Uganda as a country was a home for both the black and the white rhinos. But by this year, 1983, there was nothing. There was no black rhino remaining. There was no white rhino remaining. They were all poached and killed. It was really sad. So time went by without rhinos. So yeah, it is what it is. Rhinos are extinct from our wild places. But in the year 2005, a spark of hope happened. So an area was established in central Uganda in a place called Namitoma or Nakasongola. And then a rhino ranch was established in this place. So this rhino ranch was established to try and reintroduce the rhinos back to Uganda. Because like I told you, we once had them, or Uganda once had them, but then they got extinct. So in 2005, this place is established as a sanctuary to return the rhinos back to Uganda. And then since there were no rhinos, so they had to get donations. So actually we got donations of rhinos. So the ranch started with 6 rhinos. So these 6 rhinos were actually donation. 2 were coming from the Disney Animal Kingdom in the USA. And then 4 were coming from Sorio Ranch, and that is in Kenya. So these 6 rhinos were brought to the ranch, and the ranch, that's how the ranch started. And then they're always protected. They're always protected 24/7. Someone's always protecting them so that they are not poached, just like it was in the early 1980s. So these rhinos settled in well in this area, and then they started breeding. In fact, there is a funny story being told at the sanctuary that the first baby was having a father from Kenya and then a mother from the US, which was the first international baby. But because this international baby shared the same the same history like the American president, the former American president, Barack Obama. So this baby was also named Obama because of having a parent from Kenya and a parent from the US. Yeah, so Obama was born, Obama the rhino, not the former president of the US. So Obama was born, and then more babies kept coming from this group of the rhinos. So now their numbers multiplied from the year 2005, and then the numbers multiplied, and by the year 2026, so the numbers had reached close to 50 plus. So now the idea came to translocate these rhinos back to the ecosystems and the wild places where they used to be. So in January, some rhinos were translocated to Ajai, a game reserve. This was like, wow, this was like Christmas coming early, because just imagine for over 40 years, the rhinos were not in their natural habitat. They were extinct. And now it was unfolding in our eyes, seeing the rhinos back to the wild. As a conservationist, this felt like Christmas. This was so beautiful. This was so beautiful. So these rhinos were taken to Ajai Game Reserve, which is part of Action Falls Conservation Area. And then, because the plan would be to take like 20 rhinos to Ajai. And then the other idea would be now take them now to the other rhinos, to take some to Kidepo Valley National Park, another place where they used to thrive, where they used to live. So in March of 2026, oh my God, it happened again. So another group of rhinos was then translocated to Kidepo Valley National Park. That's also, by the way, this one of the most beautiful national parks in Uganda or in Africa. You should visit Kidepo Valley National Park. It is fascinating. It is fascinating. In fact, this is one of the true African wildness. It gives you that African wildness of the storybooks. Remember that Africa of the storybooks? This kind of experience, you find it in Kidepo. And there are always very few tourists, so don't expect crowds there. The nature is so, oh my God, it's so fascinating. The views are so beautiful. And now the icing on the cake. Now they bring back the rhinos that used to live in this ecosystem, and now they bring them back. Oh my God. Okay, I have to stay composed. But I'm so excited. So I'm so full of excitement. So the rhinos are now back in Ajai, and then back in Kidepo Valley National Park. And I had an exchange with a part of the conservation team that is doing the translocations, and they were sharing to us that the plan, the idea is to see that rhinos go back to each and every ecosystem they used to live before they got extinct. So I have my fingers crossed, and I have a very big faith, and I believe this will be a reality because it's unfolding. It's true. I mean, after over 40 years, these rhinos are back in the wild again. Yes, yes to conservation. And as a bushman, as a conservationist, I am so excited. Guys, I am so excited. And yeah, I believe this is not like something done by just one particular party. Let me say the Uganda Wildlife Authority. No. This is like a combination of different stakeholders that come together and then make some of these things a reality. So the Uganda Wildlife Authority, the conservationists, the tourism industry that is always trying to bring travelers to these conservation areas to get the funds that try to finance the conservation efforts. So each and everyone in their category, people who support, the volunteers who support some of these initiatives. Bushman is so happy for you, and I am so grateful, and I am so thankful, and always keep the great work moving, because nature, when we treat it well, it treats us well. I'm short of words, but guys, just know I'm really excited, and I'm looking forward to more conservation success stories like the translocation of the rhinos back to the natural wild where they used to live. Oh my God. Guys, let me just leave it there for now. And I want to wish you guys a great day, and yeah, but please remember to subscribe to the channel so that we can always get more motivation and get more inspiration to bring some of these stories to you. And yeah, subscribe. Please subscribe. That will be also your contribution towards the channel and towards some of these stories. Yeah, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. That was from us to you, and take care, and ciao. I sign up with the rhino sign. Rhino. Ciao.